My name is Sophia, and I'm 27 years old. Please listen to my story completely. It is very beautiful, full of deep emotions, and it will touch your heart. This story can help you understand English better and also help you feel something special. So sit down, relax, and listen carefully. I promise you, you will love this story. And at the end, you will learn something important about love, trust, and life. It was a cold afternoon when I first met Luca. I was standing outside a coffee shop. My hands were cold, my heart was quiet, and my mind was full of dreams. I was waiting for my friend who was late. That day changed everything in my life. Luca came out from the coffee shop. He smiled at me. I smiled back. He was tall, had kind eyes, and wore a green jacket. He looked at me again and said, "Are you waiting for someone?" I said, "Yes, my friend is late." He laughed a little and said, "Well, it's lucky for me. I get to talk to you now." His voice was soft and warm. I did not know him, but I felt safe. I felt like I had known him for a long time. We started talking. I told him my name is Sophia. He said his name is Luca. He was from Italy and came to this city for work. Luca, and I talked for a long time that day. My friend never came, but I didn't feel bad. I felt happy. I felt something I had not felt in a long time. After that day, Luca and I met again and again. We laughed, we walked in the park, we watched the stars, and we talked about our dreams. I told him I wanted to be a writer. He said he wanted to open a small restaurant. One evening, Luca looked at me and said, "Sophia, I never believed in love at first sight, but now I believe because of you." My heart jumped. My eyes became soft. I touched his hand and said, "I feel the same." We were happy. Everyone said we looked perfect together. We were like two puzzle pieces that fit perfectly, but then slowly something changed. Luca started to come late. He didn't smile much. He didn't answer my messages like before. One night I asked him, "Luca, is everything okay?" He looked away and said, "Yes, just busy." But I knew something was not right. My heart felt cold. Then one day I saw something that broke my heart. I went to his office to surprise him. I had made his favorite cake. I opened the door and I saw Luca. He was hugging a woman. She was not just a friend. It was a close, warm hug. A hug that should be only for someone special. I didn't move. I couldn't speak. My hand shook and the cake fell to the floor. He saw me. His face turned white. The woman looked at me too. She was beautiful with long dark hair. Luca ran to me and said, "Sophia, wait, it's not what you think." But I was already walking away. I was crying. My heart felt like someone took a knife and cut it. That night, I sat alone in my room. I looked at the wall. I couldn't sleep. My heart asked, why? The next day, he came to my door. He was crying. He held my hand and said, "Sophia, please, I'm sorry. That woman, she's my ex. Her name is Eliza. She came back 2 weeks ago. She said she made a mistake leaving me before. I was confused. I didn't mean to hurt you. I still love you. I asked, "Did you kiss her?" He looked down and said, "Yes, once, but I was weak. It didn't mean anything. I was just confused." Tears fell from my eyes. I said, "Luca, love is not weak. Love is strong. If you loved me, you would not kiss her. You would not hold her." He cried and said, "Please forgive me. Please don't. Leave me." But I could not forgive. Not now. Maybe not ever. I closed the door. I cried all night. My heart was broken. I had trusted him. I had dreamed with him. Days passed. Then weeks. I stopped answering his calls. I tried to move on. One day, I was walking by the sea. The wind touched my face softly. The sun was going down. The sky was orange and pink dot. An old woman was sitting on a bench. She looked at me and said, "Are you okay, dear?" I said, "I don't know. Someone broke my heart." She smiled kindly and said, "That means you had the courage to love. That is a beautiful thing." I sat beside her. I asked, "But how? Do I stop the pain?" She looked at the sea and said, "You don't stop it. You feel it. You let it pass through you like the wind, and one day the pain becomes a lesson, a gift." I looked at the sea with her, and in that moment, I felt a little better. Weeks became months. I wrote again. I started writing my first book. I wrote about love, pain, and healing. Then one day, I got an email from a big publisher. They wanted to print my book. I jumped. I laughed. I cried. I ran to my mother and hugged her. She said, "See, from pain comes something beautiful." My book came out. People loved it. One person even said, "Your story helped me leave a bad relationship. Thank you." And guess what? One day, I got a letter. It was from Luca. He said he read my book. He said he cried when he read it. He wrote, "Sophia, I will always regret what I did, but I'm happy you found your light. You are strong, brave, and full of love. I hope one day someone who never breaks your heart will hold your hand forever." I smiled when I read that, not because I missed him, but because I had healed. I had grown. I had learned. Now I speak to people. I tell my story. I tell them, don't be afraid to love, but love yourself first. If someone breaks you, don't stay broken. Stand up, shine again. So if you're listening and your heart is hurting, remember this. Love is not about staying with someone who cheats. Love is about respect, care, and trust. If someone breaks your trust, it is okay to walk away. You deserve better. You deserve someone who loves you fully. Thank you for listening to my story. If you liked it, please subscribe and like. I work very hard to bring you beautiful stories that help you learn English and also touch your heart. Thank you for staying with me. Now, let's continue the story. There is still more to tell, and I hope you listen with your heart. It will help you learn English, but more than that, it will help you feel stronger, kinder, and more full of hope. Please listen carefully. After my book became successful, many people sent me messages. They said, "Sophia, your story is like my story." Some cried while reading it. Some found the courage to leave a painful love. Some said, now I understand how to love myself. These messages gave me strength. I saw that my pain was not only mine. Many people in this world go through the same. Many give love and get hurt. Many trust and someone breaks that trust. But we all have something strong inside, a small light. And when we protect that light, it grows big and beautiful. One evening, I was invited to speak at a small college. There were many students in the room. They were young, full of dreams, and some of them looked lost. Just like I was once, I stood in front of them and said, "Let me tell you about the day I walked away from a man I loved." Everyone became quiet. You could hear their hearts listening. I told them everything, from the first smile to the last. Goodbye dot at the end, a girl stood up and asked, "Sophia, how do you learn to trust again?" I looked at her and said, "You don't rush. You take your time. You learn to trust yourself first. You learn to say no when something doesn't feel right, and then one day someone will come. They will not make big promises. They will just be kind, and their actions will speak louder than words." The room was silent. Then they clapped. Some cried. Some smiled. After the talk, a young man came to me. He said, "Sophia, I was like Luca. I cheated on someone who loved me. But after hearing your story, I understand how much I hurt her. I will go and say sorry. Even if she never forgives me, I will still say it." That moment made me realize even our pain can become someone's healing. A few months later, I traveled to Spain. I wanted to take a break. I wanted to sit near the sea again. The same sea that once gave me peace. There I met someone. His name was Daniel. He was kind, quiet, and gentle. He worked at a small bookshop near the beach. First time we spoke, he said, "Books brought you here. Maybe they brought us together too." I smiled. I didn't feel butterflies. I felt calm. Safe dot, we started walking together every evening. He never asked too many questions. He just listened. One day I told him my whole story. About Luca. About the pain. The healing. The book that Daniel listened. Then he said something beautiful. He said, "Sophia, pain didn't break you. It made you." That's a kind of magic. Tears came to my eyes. Not because I was sad, but because for the first time, someone saw my strength, not just my scars. We didn't fall in love quickly. It was slow, like a soft song, like a flower opening. Under the sun, he never made me feel small. He never made me doubt myself. He made me laugh again. He made me believe that not all love ends in pain. One day, as we sat under the stars, he held my hand and said, "I don't want to fix you, Sophia. You're not broken. I just want to walk beside you." That night, I looked up at the stars and thanked the universe. I thanked the pain, the healing, the lessons, because they brought me here. To peace, to understanding. I still think of Luca sometimes, not with anger, but with calm. I understand now he was not my forever. He was my teacher. He taught me what I do not want, what I do not deserve dot, and now I live a simple, happy life. I still write. I still share my stories. People read them and say, I feel like you wrote my life. I always reply, maybe I did. Because we all feel the same things. We all want love, safety, and truth. So if someone cheated on you, if someone hurt you, please remember this. You are not less because someone could not see your worth. You are not broken because someone lied to you. You are beautiful. You are full of light. You are strong. Heal. Cry if you must. But stand again. And when love comes again, welcome it, but only if it feels like peace, not pain. You don't need someone who says, I love you 100 times. You need someone who shows it every day in small, quiet ways. Now, dear listener, thank you for staying with me until now. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe. I work very hard to write these stories for you, to help you learn English, and to help you feel understood, not alone. There is still more to tell, more beauty ahead. Just tell me when to continue.